Good afternoon, friends. Satyam vada dharmachara satyamev jayate. Welcome to today's news desk on income tax, GST and corporate laws. Let's start from the income tax laws. Madras High Court writ not admissible against assessment order if it was passed on the merits and assessing officer followed principle of the natural justice. Madras High Court held that where writ petition had been filed raising a plea that assessment order has been passed in violation of the principle of the natural justice, since each and every objection raised by petitioner in his written representation had been considered by the assessing authority and it had rejected same by giving reasons, and whether reason for rejection given by the respondent is correct and cannot be held to be the violation of the principle of the natural justice, respondent had adhered to the principle of the natural justice. Next case, Madras High Court interest on the bank deposit earned by an association of the person being a determinate trust is taxable in the hands of the beneficiary. In this case, Madras High Court held that if associate trust was a determinate trust, interest income earned on the bank deposit would be assessed in hands of the assessee beneficiary and not assessee. Next case, Jaipur Tribunal financial help provided to resulting entity after demerger couldn't be held at violation of section 10 clause 23C. In this case, where after their demerger, educational society has still provided financial help to another society running a hospital due to its weak financial position, which was later paid back. Such funding was not in violation of section 10 clause 23C. Next case, Karnataka High Court cost of a shares acquired on conversion of the bonds to be determined on basis of the price prevailing on the Bombay Stock Exchange and or National Stock Exchange, where bonds were issued under FCCB scheme and converted into the shares. Conversion price was to be determined on basis of the price of the shares of the stock exchanges, namely Bombay Stock Exchange or National Stock Exchange, and same was to be adopted as cost of acquisition. Next case, Madras High Court CIT was justified in granting registration from second application as no steps were taken to dispose of first application. In this case, where associate trust filed application in form 10A under section 12AA on 11th March 2009 for granting registration, and without pursuing same for the 2 years filed another application on 28 June 2011. Second application could not be considered as a letter in continuation of the earlier application. It was to be considered as a fresh application, and registration was rightly granted from the 1st April 2011 and not from the 1st April 2019. It means CIT was justifying granting registration from the second application if as no steps were taken to dispose of the first application. Assessee filed first application and no action taken. Then after 2 years in 2011, they filed a fresh application, second application, and CIT was justified in granting that registration. Next case, Mumbai Tribunal, expenditure attributable to exempt income to be added back for MAT computation without resulting to section 14A disallowances, where assessee carrying under trading activities in a stock and commodities made provision for mark-to-market loss on trading in derivative and claimed loss as deductible business expenditure, even though loss was not finally crystallized as per prudent and a regular system of the accounting. Loss had to be accounted for and the same should be allowed. Next case, Karnataka High Court, discount on issue of the e-shop is deductible under section 37 as it is an expenditure to secure services of employee. Karnataka High Court held that discount on issue of the e-shop was allowable as a deductible under section 37 subsection 1 as primary object was not to be waste of capital but to earn profit by securing consistent services of the employees. Next case, Mumbai Tribunal. In transfer pricing, two enterprises to be treated as associated enterprise if condition mentioned in both subsection 1 and 2 of section 92A fulfills. Section 92A subsection 1 cannot be applied on a stand-alone basis and has to be essentially considered in conjunction with the section 92A subsection 2. Let's cover updates on the GST. There is a gross GST revenue of the 1,04,963 crores collected in November 2020. The gross GST revenue collected in the month of the November 2020 is 1,04,963 crore, of which CGST is 19,189 crores, SGST is 25,540 crore, and IGST is 51,992 crore, including 27,078 crore collected in the import of the goods and sales of 8,242 crores, including 809 crore collected on the import of the goods. The total number of the GST 3B return filed for the month of November up to 30th November 2020 is 82 lakhs. Next case, National Anti-Profiteering Authority. PNG guilty of the profiteering for not passing benefit of the tax reduction to ultimate customer. In this case, bear with effect from the 15th November 2017, GST rate was reduced, but respondent had not passed on benefit of the tax reduction to ultimate customer. Profited amount was to be deposited in the consumer welfare fund and respondent were to be directed to reduce price of all SKUs. Next case, Kerala High Court. Immunity from the interest and penalty can't be granted when assessee opted to pay tax under section 77 for tax to avoid so-called notice. Kerala High Court held that where competent authority issued intimation to assessee in terms of the section 74 subsection 5 and intimated her of tax penalty and interest payment that she was required to make in event of her opting to make such payment to avoid so-called notice under section 74 subsection 1, and assessee filed writ petition paying that she must be permitted to avoid option in which under section 74 without paying interest and penalty. Prayer sought for could not be granted. Next update. Online unblocking of the eBay bill facility is now made available to the taxpayer. Facility of the unblocking eBay bill has now been provided to the taxpayer on the GST portal. To avail this facility, the taxpayer would be required to file Form EWB05. The application show file will be auto-populated on the dashboard of the jurisdictional tax officer, who can issue a notice for the personal hearing to the taxpayer and pass its order for unblocking as per the law. Next case, Appellant Advance Authority ruling Maharashtra. Gaming zone operated in mall can't be constituted as access to amusement park, taxable at the rate of the 28%. Services by way of the access to the gaming zone operated by the appellant in mall could be covered by entry 3A of serial number 734 of the notification number 11/2017 dated 28 June 2017 as amended by notification number 1/2080 central tax dated 25th January 2018 and would accordingly attract GST at the rate of the 28%. Next update. Punjab also opted option 1 to meet GST implementation shortfall. The government of the Punjab also communicated to acceptance for option 1 out of the 2 options suggested by the Ministry of the Finance to meet the shortfall in revenue arising out of the GST implementation. The state will get 8,359 crore to meet GST implementation shortfall. Till date 28 6 other states and all Union territories have decided to choose option 1. Next update, GST notification number 89. No penalty will be imposed for the QR code requirement for December 20 to March 21 if company is done from April 21. Notification held that in notification, government has waived the penalty for not complying with the provision of the QR code for the period December 20 to March 21, provided the taxpayer comply it with from the April 1st, 2021. Next case, Advanced Authority ruling, Appellant Authority, Karnataka. Mica fusin, sodium is dry solid from the drug, form drug, it is taxable at the 5% rate. Next case, GST, Andhra Pradesh. Penalty order is valid if goods detained on ground of the expiration of the e-way bill, where competent authority checked a vehicle transporting goods of the assessee on 20th August 2018 and having found that e-way bill has been expired because it was only valid up to 19th August 2018, detained goods and subsequently levied tax and penalty under section 129 subsection 3, levy of tax and penalty was correct. Next update, SEBI circular number SEBI 235. SEBI further extend timeline for the conducting internal audit and system audit. View of the prevailing situation due to COVID-19 pandemic and representation received from the stock exchange, SEBI has decided to extend the timelines for the compliance with the following regulatory requirement by the trading members, clearing members such as system audit, internal audit, half-yearly net worth certificate, cyber security and cyber resilience audit and internal audit report by depository participant. Next notification. Government designated certain civil court and session court as a special court in the state of the Maharashtra, Tamil Nadu and the West Bengal. The central government has designated court number 22 city civil and session court Mumbai, court number 39 city civil and session court Greater Mumbai, 5th special court Kolkata and principal judge city civil court and Chennai courts as a special court in the state of the Maharashtra, West Bengal and Tamil Nadu for the purpose of the trial of the offences under this act in respect of the cases filed by the SEBI. Update on company law. Supreme Court so-called notice issued to managing director of a company was treated as issued to the both managing director and company when they were treated as one. So-called notice relating to the trading irregularities having been issued to the managing director of the respondent number 1 company will be treated as being issued to the said company as both entities were being treated as one and same by said entities themselves. Further, there was no grievances ever made at a stage of final hearing before single judge about absence of the so-called notice. This aspect was sought to be brought to only at a stage of the appeal for first time, thus no fresh notice will be required. Thank you so much for watching News Desk on the income tax, GST and corporate law. We are covering updates on the income tax, GST, international taxation, FEMA, company law, competition law and SEBI. Thank you so much for watching News Desk. Please share among the professional colleagues or a student who is interested in the respective areas. Thank you so much.